Oh.
All right.
I think
That,
we're good.
Like at our like first like venue show, if the sound guy's like, okay, like test the mic, we gotta be like, oh.
Oh.
It's like, fuck.
All right, so add that sound.
Double time.
Double time.
Time.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Double Time, everyone's favorite musical podcast of all time called Double Time, featuring
yeah.
Double Times, Double Vision, Ryan Rain, Noah Strikes.
This is 75, 74. Welcome back. Oh, that'll be good then. Okay. Yeah, welcome back here. I'm just, you know what I mean.
That'll be good. That'll be good for us.
Welcome back.
74
It's
is a good
Halloween
number, so-
night when we're recording this. We're recording this about 11 hours before it comes out. It's gonna be a time crunch today, guys, but we're getting the episode out. We had a crazy Halloweekend, and we're gonna tell you all about it on this episode. Wake up! It's Halloween.
Happy Halloween!
Also, apologies for the Halloween set on November 1st, but I didn't have time to make a November set.
I can't believe this.
This is basically a Halloween episode, so we're gonna be talking all about Halloween. So if you don't want to listen, then turn off. Probably. I feel like we both had pretty sizable Halloween weekends.
Did we? No.
Okay. I think so.
What happened on your Halloween weekend?
That's a good question. What the hell even happened last weekend? I feel like I've lived an entire lifetime. What the hell? Why do you keep falling asleep?
Last weekend was a movie.
No, just a lot of shit.
Probably smelled really bad.
Okay. I guess we can start almost a week ago. Wednesday, I had a little video interview for one of the Belmont pages. That was cool. They initially had intended to get me on a drum kit and play like a little thing, but we couldn't get access to a kit. So it was just a little like sit down interview, but it was still good nonetheless. And hopefully that'll be out soon. I don't know. I'm not on like the production side of it, so I don't know what's going on. But then Thursday, Ryan's song dropped. Guys, streamed 2:13 a.m. A good song. I listened to it in the car for the first time today, and I was like, "Damn, who mixed this? This is actually good."
Man, this really elevates, and the mix is not at all low, so this is actually really good.
And then on Friday, I had a nice, crisp and early 5 a.m. photo shoot with a company that had asked me to be in a photo shoot either earlier this month or later in September. And it was spooky bride and groom themed, so I'll put up the final photo that I edited on here. This is the only one that I edited.
Well, it looks so good.
Oh my god, it's so cool. So yeah, that was fun. Shout out to the team for making it happen. And then they let me edit the first one that was used in the carousel, so that was cool. So yeah, that was fun. And yeah, we went out in a random field with like a bike path type of like oval track looking like road. And then we're just in the middle of it, like as the sun's coming up, like laying out jeans and lighting them on fire so we could have like a vertical strip of fire. And it ended up being...
We gotta start lighting jeans on fire.
Yeah. And a biker came by, like you know, like one of the hardcore like spandex bikers, like what the fuck you doing, bikers? And he like drove, like he intentionally like drove over the jeans. Like he like almost hit people. Like we were all like crowded because like, you know, photos, and then you just hear like the pedal like fucking, and then he just like he rides like over the flaming jeans like fucking. All right, dude, cool.
That's actually kind of fucking sick.
And it did
actually.
nothing. So like I don't. And then he came around a second time because it's like a track loop. He came around a second time
just to fuck with you.
Yeah, well, it's like people are like running and walking like in the morning. I don't know, like there was no houses around there, so I don't know where the people came from, but like there was like 6 or 7 different groups like getting their morning exercise in, and then he comes around a second time, and then we all move out of the way like very early on, so he doesn't do the same shit, and then like we're all just like waiting for him to pass, like looking, and then he flies by, and then he like does the tiniest little jump like over the jeans. and it's just like the corniest thing on
God.
earth. Just like spandex, got the goggles on, like the biker helmet, like he's looking, and then right over and just keeps going, and everyone's like, okay, cool. So that was that. But then yeah, the fire was kind of small, so we had to, they had to edit like more flames in, and then I obviously edited more flames into mine. That was cool. And then Saturday went to a big frat party. It was so sick and litty and cool. No, so the whole thing was freaking insane. Like, it made me realize, like, right when I pulled up, I was like, we got to get to this caliber of like litty.
We gotta start a frat.
We got to start the Double Vision frat. You know what I mean? Alpha Dubba. Alpha.
Yeah.
Alpha.
That's what we are.
Alpha Dubba Vision. You know what I mean? Anyway, so
take you a while.
So, all right. So, all right. You fucking take a turn now. Before I get into the frat party, you take a turn. Holy shit! Because this is gonna be me talking for 30 minutes.
Alpha double.
Yeah.
Let's see what happened. Oh my god! I saw the Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Yeah. I actually don't give
Everyone's
a shit. Was
so
it good?
excited.
No, not like that. I don't give a shit. All right. I'm not saying that I don't give a shit that you saw it. I'm saying I personally don't give a shit about the movie. But was it good?
I think it is very good if you use common sense and you don't think that it's going to be a mind-blowing cinematic experience.
That's not a good movie.
It's very much, that was not good. No, it was made for people who are fans of the franchise, which is me. I liked it. And I think if you have not seen it yet, I won't give any spoilers. You can't go into it thinking it's a horror movie because it is not. It's like more, if anything, it's like more of a comedy than a horror movie. But
are you gonna make me watch it when I come back?
the parts that, yeah,
Okay.
you have to.
I have no
I wanna
idea
see
about
it again
anything,
and
so I
again
don't
and
even know
again.
if it's worth me seeing it.
Well, you heard my description of the lore, so you're actually all caught up.
I know, but like, I actually don't remember all that. So.
Well, you can always rewatch it.
Oh, okay. I'll listen to the podcast.
You can always just rewatch the podcast. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, if you don't know anything about the franchise, you will probably be a little confused with certain things that happen. And yeah, there's not like a lot of blood and spooks and stuff like that.
Oh, no blood and no
Were
spooks.
expecting people were expecting like something real crazy, but like that was never what the series has done. So why would you think that? You're actually stupid.
Do people say it's not
I liked
good?
it. The people are like torn between like it's either, well, it's not the best movie ever, but like they either really liked it or they were like this was really shitty. But like if you have, like I said, if you have common sense and you don't think it's gonna be the next fucking Barbie,
Yeah.
then like you're good. And so that was Thursday. Also Thursday, 1989 dropped. Good album. I'll go quick because I know I'm boring you.
No, I did listen to Clean today. I do like Clean.
Interesting.
My AT friend sent it to me because she's trying to convince me to like Taylor Swift, and
that's what it takes, a girl to do that. Even though I've been trying.
You don't send me shit.
One girl and not.
You don't send me shit.
I
told her. I
said
said because we were talking. She was like, Justin Bieber's all auto-tune and shit, and I was like, okay, first of all, that's a lie. Second of all, every artist in the world is tuned.
Yeah, see, I would never say that.
And third of all, yeah, his mainstream like fucking, trying to be TikTok. She brought up Yummy as an example. I'm like, okay, fucking yeah. I was like, I don't know where you got Yummy, but like that, yeah, no, not what I'm talking about. I was like, have you heard like anything not mainstream? I was like, hey, I said, have you heard Name, like featuring Tori Kelly? Do you know that one or no?
I know that should be me.
Okay. Well,
I know My World, the album.
Okay.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Yeah, I knew that.
Well, I'm a believer.
I
I used an actual good song as an example, and I was like, if you can find me like a not mainstream one that you think you would like it. All right, relax. You actually would. It's fingerpick guitar and vocal harmonies. It's
Good
literally
song
fucking
by
you.
Justin Bieber.
It's literally you. So I said that. I was like, have you heard Name? And she was like, no. And I was like, okay, listen to it. And I was like, if you can find me like a not mainstream song that is like, not made for the radio, like i.e. Yummy was trying to be, like, send it to me and I'll listen, because like I like that shit. I like when like buried hidden tracks are like actually good, because that was one of the last ones that was released last from the whole Justice campaign, so like nobody knows about it, and it's like a really good song. And it's like literal like single finger picked guitar, and then him and Tori just like ripping vocals. It's really good. So I was like, if you send me one that you think is good that isn't like fucking like Style or some shit, like I will listen.
Actually, not controversial opinion. New Style.
Yeah.
Blah.
And shaky
You don't like shaky
I don't like shaky
And before everyone comes at me, I don't talk publicly about the songs that I don't like and how different they sound. If you do that in public, you're actually stupid and dumb.
Wait, what do you mean?
But also, they're just like everyone is just very loud about like the smallest changes, and it's like, yeah, the song was actually recorded 10 years ago. Like, it's not gonna sound the same. My only thing about Style, one, it doesn't elevate unironically, and I just don't like the guitar. I don't think the guitar sounds good. Other than that, though, it's good.
I also heard what you heard with the vocals, the hiss.
Oh yeah,
that's on
that part really
Clean too.
Annoying to me. That's on everything.
Yeah,
it's on almost every song, I think.
But yeah, so she sent me. First she sent me "Call It What You Want" from Original Reputation, and then I said, "This is the track that plays in the cheesy Disney movie when the boy and girl main characters pass each other in the hallway." And then she said yes and no, and then I said ... yes, and then.
Yeah, I would not send you that song. I don't like that one.
Yeah, and then she sent me "Clean," which I said "Clean" is pretty good. And then she sent me "You Are in Love," the new one. And then I said "You Are in Love" has a weird phrasing. And then she said it was originally a poem, so that might be why. But then she said "Clean does eat," and I said, yeah, I would listen to "Clean" again. I also like the production.
Interesting. No, the production on the album is good. But I'll pick something up for you. That's what I do. I cook. Let's see what else there was there. Let's see what else is here.
Anyway, so yeah, okay, so back on track. 1989 came out.
I was just letting the public know that I did listen to it.
Okay. I didn't, so.
And that I think it's I think the new productions are very good. I think this is my most liked songs from any album so far. Which is surprising, because on original 1989 I really didn't like most of them. Because I didn't grow up with them. But now I like them. That's crazy how life works like that. That being said, "Clean" was not one of them. Production was good, it's just not my kind of song. I like that sad shit.
Yeah, see, I'm actually doing really well with that right now, so you give me a sad song right now, I'm probably going to like it.
Yeah, I got a couple songs for you. Can make that work. If you want to hear a really sad song, you should stream Ryan Rain's new song 2:13 a.m. That one just came out.
Oh my
it's
god,
really sad.
Wait, what's it called?
It's called 2:13 a.m. like the time by Ryan Rain, R-E-N-E.
Okay.
Have you heard about this?
No, I haven't. What's it called one more time? It's called
2:13 a.m. by Ryan Rain. It's on every platform,
okay.
actually.
Yeah, I see it on my Spotify.
So you shouldn't have any problems finding it.
Oh, that's cool. I'll add it to my library and my playlist.
Cool.
So I can listen to it all the time.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
That's sick. Good job, dude.
Good job, dude. Holy shit. Also, the soundtrack for the Five Nights at Freddy's movies goes kind of crazy. That's just me.
Okay.
That's just me. I like soundtracks. What can I say? Or scores, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. So, tell me about your frat rager.
Where do you want me to start?
Probably the beginning.
Okay. It's Saturday night. Pop Showcase is happening at Belmont. I was asked to film it again. Shout out Noah. Wake up, it's time to podcast. I was asked to film it again. Shout out Noah. It went well. I get done with Christian showcase or pop showcase, pack up the shit in the car, drive over to the frat house. Oh my god. So I get there, I pull in, it's like one of those houses with like a long ass driveway like up like a grass hill, you know what I mean? It's like it's not just like right on the road.
Okay.
So they were using like the whole like driveway and like the grass around it going up to the house as like the parking like lot basically.
Right.
So I pull into where Waze tells me to go in, which is just the driveway, and then I see this like pulsing light, like it looked like a taser, like that speed of light flashing, and I was like, what the fuck? So I rolled down my window, and then this dude in like a vest and like all black clothing, like he's like, I'm like, is this a cop? Like, is this shit getting shut down already? So I rolled down my window, and then he goes, "You trying to park here, man?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like, no, I'm just rolling through. I was like, "Yeah."
I'm just checking out the place.
I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "There's no parking here. You got to go over to the next. There's a building. Go back around the road. There's a building that you just passed. Park in that parking lot. That's where everyone has to park now." I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "I got you." So he walks out in the middle of the road. This dude like isn't a traffic official, and when I say vest, I mean like fucking tactical vest, like not like neon vest. Like this guy's like ready to go. So
like he's ready to get hit because you can't see him.
So he goes out in the middle of the road. He's like, "I got you, come on," and he's like waving me back to like back out and then like go backward, and then he's like, "Come on," and then I was like, "Okay." So I drive back up to the freaking. It's like a warehouse next to this house, and that's like where we're all parking now. So I get up there. And then I park. JB Fit is on. If you've seen it on my Instagram, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm like ready to go. I walk back to where I just drove because I have to walk back there to go up to the freaking driveway. And then I cut across like the grass lawn. And then I get to like the entrance tent. This is like this is what I'm saying when I say we have to get to this caliber of like Liddy nights. Like they have an entrance tent with like staff. Like there, they have like a table, like ready to go. They got the Venmo code up. They're like $10, which sucks because the whole thing was free before 8 p.m. But the pop showcase ended at 8:30, so I got there at like 8:45. So I'm like, okay, whatever. It's Halloweekend. So I pull up my Venmo, pay the fucking thing, and then they have
my last $10.
Yeah, and yeah, spend my last $10, and I actually had to borrow some from a friend, and then I go down the line like at the fold-out table, and then they have like wristband, like legitimate wristbands, like the like the carnival wristbands with like the sticky like white shit. It's like that kind of wristband. All right, you know what I'm saying though?
I do. So
they wristband me up, and then they're like, the one girl goes, "Do you need a lighter?" And I was like, "What?" I literally go, "What?" She goes, "Do you need like a lighter?" And I was like, "No, I'm good, thanks." And then she's like, so you have one already?" And I was like, "No, I'm good." like
that's actually crazy.
Yeah. So I get out of the entrance table, and then there's one more guy at the very end of this fucking staff table, and he's like, "Turn around, I'm gonna search you." And I was like, "Huh?" I go, "What?" He goes, "Turn around, I'm gonna search you." Like that to me. I was like, "Oh, all right, dude." So I turn around, and then he like pats me down. He's like, "All right, you're good." I'm like, "Dude," which like I'd rather they have that than like not, because this was like a big fucking thing. So I'd rather like they have that than not. But it's just like,
God,
it's just a little like high caliber production here. So then I'm finally in it, all right? So I'm just like feeling it out. I haven't seen any friends yet. I'm just like, I'm going in the belly of the beast here. So you have to keep going down. It's a long ass driveway. You have to keep going down and like sort of up this driveway. The house is sort of like up on the hill, and then it, like the driveway like goes up, and then there's people like scattered across, along the driveway as it goes up, and then eventually it gets to like the big crowd, like where the bands are and like where all the shit is. So then I get in. The bands are not good, respectfully, and I can say that because everybody else said that. They were not that good, and nobody was really having fun. Like you could tell everyone was like, "We want actual music."
Okay, surprise! I flew out.
Yeah,
No one played the night.
Yeah,
it's kind of sick. I was Haley.
Yeah,
kind of worked out.
And then I finally
I
found.
was like, I heard someone was looking.
Okay, no, go ahead.
I don't remember.
Okay. So I finally found some friends. Keep in mind, this is on Minecraft, but I was sober the entire time because I had to drive home. So I got to watch people be dummies when they were intoxicated, which was funny. So I find the group. I'm like, okay, what's good? Like, we're all chilling, and then they're already a little bit sauced. So I'm kind of like the chaperone of the group. Making sure people are clear.
Right. Gotta make sure they do that.
So then eventually the main group dissipates. They go to another function, but I still had some people that I knew there. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna hang with these guys because they seem chill. They're not like going too crazy. Like, we're clear. And I also really don't want to burn any more gas. So I stay with them, and then we sort of like naturally form a new group with like people we haven't met before because we're like, everyone's drunk, everyone's social. Oh my god, what's your name? Yeah.
Right.
So eventually we get in the new group, and then we're kind of all vibing, and then I sort of have to like gaslight myself into like thinking I was drunk, so I didn't like want to like leave for the entire time. You know what I mean? Because like being the only sober one around drunk people is not fun.
Cannot have fun if I'm not drinking.
Well, when everyone else is, though, that's what I'm saying. They're all just like, and I'm just, it's hard to like be in the flow. I have to sort of gaslight myself into thinking I was drunk and just being like, okay, like just fucking vibe, just like who cares? So then I'm like, okay, saucing a little bit, and then the group, like for some reason we all decide to go up to like the front of the crowd when like the actual songs start playing. So we're like by the table with all the like frat dudes. Like we're like at the like front of the crowd. Like I could have touched the table. No, I'm making this sound like it was worse than it was. It was fun, but just like in the moment I was like, damn, like I really I kind of want to drive home here. But it was fun. It was fun to be with people, and it was funny to watch people as well. And then so fast forward, we're having fun, we're dancing. I actually was having fun dancing and shit. And meeting new people. And I met some cool people. Oh wow. And people liked my Justin Bieber costume. It was a hit. Probably not as big as a hit as your costume, which will be revealed in a minute, but it was a pretty good costume. Oh yeah, so we're at the front of the crowd, and then I'm finally like to my the 2 or 3 people I was around. I was like, I think I want to head out. Like holy shit. So I start to like go towards the back to like leave because like as you like walked up for like more towards the house, it was like the stage. It was like the closest to the house. So I start to pull back from the crowd, go to the back, and then they follow me for some reason, and then we get in another like 10-minute convo pit with new people, because people just keep approaching us because everyone's sauced.
Right.
So then we get in another 10-minute convo pit, and then at the very end of it, they were like still playing like music, and they kept like changing it like to like the beat drops, and then the final beat drop was like a Yeet song, and then that dissipated, and then you just see these headlights come up from the back of the crowd, and everyone's like, what the fuck? Like the music stops, like everyone's like, what the hell's going on? It's this like black SUV. It's not cops, it's not like anything. It's just like a black SUV just pulls up like super close to the crowd, and then you just see everyone like dipping, like not like running like as like we got to get out of here, but just like people like swiftly leaving, and no one made an announcement like, okay guys, that's it, like, or like, get the fuck out if you're not in fucking alpha, get the fuck out. No one was like that. Like it just, car pulls up, everyone leaves, and nobody knows what it was.
Everyone knows that when the SUV rolls up and turns on the headlights, everyone knows.
So everyone's calling their Ubers, everyone's like, oh my god, we gotta go. So then I walk back across the grass field, get in my car, and then I go home.
Wow.
And that was it. But it was a fun night. I'm making it sound shittier than it was, as I usually do with retelling things. But no, it was fun to be with people and seeing everyone's costumes and meeting new people. And the only reason it was like rough was because I was sober the entire time. But I still had fun. But I probably would have had more fun otherwise.
Wow.
I was just, as you know,
As you know, I just,
Well, it's easier to like, be not easier, but it's just like when everyone else around you is sauced, like if I had like one or two, I'd probably be more like social and like outgoing. But like stone cold, like I'm just gonna talk to whoever is next to me. You know what I mean? I'm probably gonna cut all that. It also, well, I guess like a different way of looking at it is like when everything like started to shut down, like I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go home now and go to sleep. And then everyone's like struggling on their Uber app, like, oh my god, I'm not connecting. Like, oh no. So that was kind of funny because I was just like, I'm just gonna go home. Like I'm chilling. And then that was the whole night
God,
too. People are like, oh my god, like, you know.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Well, okay, no, just the whole
I've
night,
never been
like
to a frat party before. Actually.
not the people in my group, but like I could see people around. Like some people were going crazy hard, and I'm just like, yeah, you're clear. But the people in my group are fine. The people in my group are like the perfect. I don't know if I can say this, but the people in my group are like the perfect amount of sauced, to where like they're still like, they're not like fucking. You know what I mean?
They're not what?
Okay, they're not like obliterated, but they're like, you know, they're just like very like, oh yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, all the people in my group were like, "Oh yeah," and everyone else was.
You know
like,
what I mean? It was like a good amount of sauce in the group I was in, so I was happy to be the chaperoning parent because every time someone was like, I'm sobering up, I'd be like, you need more, you need to replenish, you need go get more. So I like being a bad influence on people.
Well, yeah, that part's
not that any of them listened to me because I think it was all bring your own, which is also lame as hell because that means that frat just made 10 grand because I also forgot to mention it hit max capacity of 1,000 people. So
God, that's wild.
So that frat just made 10 grand probably around, depending on how many people were there earlier, you know, before 8. Hopefully the band's got a nice cut of that because holy shit.
Well, hopefully they didn't because they sucked. So.
I wasn't even consciously listening to them, so I don't know if they actually sucked, but I just knew, like, I was not, like, what I was hearing was not like, oh, it's time to have fun. I was like, you know what I mean? Like, can we have some, like, just tunes, like, regular tunes? Like, so don't take my word for it. They were in the back of my head. But I heard from other people, they were like, I don't know why they had bands on for so long. I was like, yeah, me neither. How was your weekend?
Oh, you know, just kind of stayed in, had a ball.
Okay, yeah.
Good pal Zane had a little party, a little function. You know, so that was fun. Good to catch up with the gang. Ugh, love catching up with the gang. Had fun little activities. You know, pin the bolts on the Frankenstein and such, and you know, like fun little Halloween trivia. And see when you got a piece of candy.
Who carved the pumpkin first?
And fun little things like that. And so, you know, it was a fun little thing to get to see everyone again. And then we had a little party. My good friend Kalini, she had a little party, and you know, got to see, got to meet a lot of cool people, and you know, really, it's all about networking. Life is about networking, I think.
Yeah,
and that's what I did. That's what I do. So you know, I didn't have any live bands playing music, unfortunately, but. You know, it's always fun to throw on the Halloween playlist. So.
Yep.
So that was pretty much my Halloweekend.
Oh yeah. Are you gonna say what you were, or like, did you just like show up? Because people know what I was, but you didn't post anything of yours.
I didn't, and that was intentional.
Why?
Because of the SAG strike, I'm not allowed.